Thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And please turn on the notification bell. That way, every time I upload a video, you'll be the first one to see it. Let's get into it. What we're going to talk about, we talk about celebrity news, celebrity gossip, what's going on IG and Google, fair use, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged in our opinion and for entertainment purposes only. And don't forget, the Cash App is Let's Talk About It Media. And thank you for your love and support.
So let's get to it. Don't forget to like, to comment, the best way to support the channel. Let's get to this season 3. Everybody, I am like wondering why they're still on TV, why these producers aren't making them look like in a good light, why KYLIE is saying all I've had is filters, then 2 episodes later she talk about she's had her chest done, and then in pictures we see she's flat as a board, and then like a year later she has a behind. Okay, let's get to what was going on. It starts off as the mom goes to this dollhouse place to have dollhouse built for her grown daughters and their children. Dollhouses. It's just kind of to rekindle what it was like when they were younger, what they would do for the holidays. But that's weird. You got grown daughters that's in their 30s, 40s, and you're buying them a dollhouse. You don't have nothing else to do with your money to create memories but a dollhouse. And then she shades the lady. Why not? Okay, what I'm talking about. She tells the lady, I want this, I want that, she's picking out a bunch of stuff. And then she leaves, and then like maybe a day, 2 days, 3 days later, she come back, she looks at the dollhouses. Let me show the picture so that way I could talk about the mom. She looks at she's looking at the dollhouses and she's saying, this is wrong, that's wrong, it's too cluttered. Why didn't you give her a picture for each daughter of what you were expecting? So this lady then did all this work for all the items you picked, and you're shading her saying it's messy, it looks cluttery. She's only putting in the items you picked. The wallpaper was not that great. You would think that, okay, we're going to go with how it's going to be older, not modernized. But you should have told her what you were expecting for each child. So the holidays come up. But I just didn't like how she talked to the lady. It was almost like superior, and the lady was kind of like, okay, and and it did look messy. But these are all the items you picked. So how am I supposed to not put them in? This is what you picked. So make a long story short, I didn't really care for that scene. You're picking out dollhouses for your grown daughters, and I'll tell you, in the scene, Kim start crying. Kim's always crying about the smallest things. You're crying about a dollhouse. You're trying to say you still believe in Santa. What? At least Khloe was smart enough to say she believed in Jesus being, on his birthday, and that's what Christmas means. At least Khloe was smart enough to say. But to say you still believe in Santa, that's weird. To say you still believe in magic, that's weird. Because then they say something, I think they said something about, even though they say that, we have good vibes, bad vibes, but they called it a curse. We're doing something right. No, girl, you ain't having healthy relationships. People don't really look at them in a good light. I'm not a doctor, not a counselor. This is not to shade and embarrass. They put themselves on the show, and they expect for us to try and think that they're trying to normalize situationships when we say that's not what it is, and that don't seem right. But you got grown adults talking about they still believe in Santa. Okay, so let's go to KYLIE, Scott, and Kendall. They're walking the dogs. KYLIE has 7 dogs. 7 dogs and 2 children. 7 dogs. And she said that the dogs that she decided to have and pick, she liked these certain dogs, and that's why she has so many. So Kendall's helping her walk the dogs. Scott's helping her walk the dogs. And they just have them on regular chains. Nothing, that you would think that a millionaire, billionaire would have. You would think that they would have them in a way that they wouldn't get tangled up. You would think that they'd have some kind of situationship, because she had said if you guys let go of the leash by accident, these dogs aren't coming back to me. So we have to make sure you don't let go of the leash, and you have to protect the dog. Then he was like, oh my goodness, I'm about to step on the dog. Oh, this dog is matching my outfit. Okay. Okay, everybody. So she got 7 dogs and 2 children. And then children and dogs are a blessing. I think she had talked about the dog situation because someone was throwing shade about them and where's their dogs about 4 or 5 months ago. Do they still have all their dogs? And I think she still have them. Remember how KYLIE was talking about her dogs and she was trying to have Travis name them, and he was like, he didn't even know the names of her dogs. Hello. But okay, that's the dog situation. And then they started talking about KYLIE and Stassi, how she was friends with Stassi at the age of, what did she say? At a young age, let's just say it that way. And how people are being weird about her and Stassi, whatever. But then you have her saying, she's the one that's kissing Stassi, and the picture was posted. We didn't have to see that. So they post stuff, but then when people question it, you guys act weird about how we respond. That's weird. So anyway, her and Stassi been cool. Like Stassi. Stassi used to sit there and listen to her and her life situation. So they jump from how the media is portraying that they're dating. Then they jump to how she had a boob job. And the transition of it was weird. Whoever's producing the show, the quality doesn't seem that great. If you've ever seen the show, and I'm not being mean, if you've ever seen the show, how some of the transition happened, they jump from one thing to another thing. They talk about one subject and jump into another to make sure it fit in that scene. It's so weird. And I've even seen like little glitches. So weird. You guys are millionaire billionaires, and the production of the show is not that great. Anyway, they're talking about it. They're talking about, whatever. Let me see. Yeah, but people keep calling KYLIE out in regards to whether she's telling the truth about a lot of stuff. I literally had to make notes. I don't normally make notes. Okay, let's get into Kourtney. Kourtney, let me tell you, baby, this is why Kim had that Dolce & Gabbana situation. Because Kourtney was working on something with WHOO, and she was doing a collection. Because that's why everything they do, you understand it later. You got to follow the trends. You got to follow the crumbs. So that's why. So Kourtney, well respected. We get it. That's why we get why Travis loves her, respects her, and taking care of her and her kids, and she taking care of his kids. We get it. We get it. So she's talking about making a collection that's sustainable, and she's talking about how many items will come out on a weekly basis. She's talking about, making it sustainable and making it better for the world. She's talking about sitting down, talking with people so she can educate herself about how much is going into the landfills in regards to items just being recycled and thrown out. So Kourtney's smart. So now we get why Kim is doing what she did. And actually, they were trying to say Kim just changed her hair like Kourtney, trying to look like Kourtney. It's so cringy. And I'll probably take a picture of that. I don't know if I have it, but Kourtney's doing her thing, trying to make the world a better place. I respect her for that. Now we get why Kim tries to throw little shade because she knows that this was going to come out. So that's good that she's working with Boohoo in regards to a collection. She's worked with them. She's talked with people. She says she's not an expert on clothing and sustainability. She's learned a lot from sitting down and talking with people. And people sat there and they were like zooming in, talking with her about how to make things better. So I respect Kourtney on that. And everybody always said too, Kourtney takes her time in getting involved in different projects, and we see why. She don't want to be sued. She don't want to have problems. She wants to educate herself, know what she's talking about, and she does the work herself. So I love how she curated, and that's why Kim was constantly saying the word curated, because she know Kourtney was curating this situationship with Boohoo. So I'm kudos to Kourtney. I think she did a really good job working with Boohoo. Okay, Kendall, Stassi, they're like sisters. Okay, they were friendships since they were 12. KYLIE, she's talking about the name. And then everybody's been saying the same thing. You were pregnant for 8 or 9 months. How is it that you didn't have a name? And then Kendall was talking about, oh, I cried once I gave the name Air, and I should have picked a better name. I cried that night in the shower once I had given them a name, and they were about to put it on the birth certificate. She was like, Wolf wasn't even on the list. So why would you name your child something you didn't want to name him? You didn't know that they were going to come with the birth. This is your second child. They be doing weird stuff, y'all. I'm sorry. It's just weird. Kim, Khloe's the same. Not wanting to give the name, but then giving the name. And then she set it up to announce it. Anyway, let's see. Let's see. Um, yeah, she had planned to name him heir, and then she had planned the date when she was going to announce it. Told you they plot and plan everything. Okay, let's see what else they was talking about. Yeah, her having surgery at 19. That's her mom's doing. Moms teach her daughters different. Kylie had so much done to her. She looks totally different, and then she's always trying to say, "Oh, whatever." I ain't gonna go there about the children. Okay. Yeah. In regards to, we'll go back to the mom, and I kind of talked about that, how the mom was kind of rude to the lady about the dollhouses, wasn't what she was looking for. Oh, we only have 8 to 10 weeks left. We need to make sure they're delivered and deliver on time. Being bossy, but you should have just made sure she had pictures of what you were expecting. You know what I'm saying? This, clean walls, this rug. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard. You could have gave her better direction. So she gave you what you asked for because you had asked for all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So maybe she should have did a separate house in regards to a combined. But every house was kind of curated to what Kylie would want, curated to what Kendall would want. And then the mom was so weird in regards to Kendall's trying to put a ring in there, trying to manifest her in getting engaged. What Kim would want, what Kylie would want, what Kourtney would want, whatever. Back to the thing in regards to, I kind of talked about this. Kim believing in Santa, believing in magic. Okay, girl, we already think there's something going on. Everybody keep asking, is she okay? And, we get to, what else? Okay, let's get to this Tristan thing. I was upset. When I tell you, they had the holidays. Allegedly, they got the call. Unfortunately, Tristan's mom passed away. And then they're making it seem like they had to clean her house. Why didn't Tristan make sure his mom had a nanny, a cleaner? Why was it? Because they want to put themselves in a position where they look like saviors. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I get that y'all wanted to help, and help is a blessing. But to make it seem like you guys are saviors. Oh, we dropped everything. Tristan's mom, that just goes to show. Tristan's mom should have had wellness checks. Tristan's mom should have been able to get assistance and help. Tristan's mom should have had chefs and nannies. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this is the other thing. It made it seem like Tristan has four brothers, but it seemed like he only taking care of one that's allegedly living with him. So are the other brothers with their dads? They didn't go over that. The mom had 4 kids, but Tristan has one. What happened to the other children? That's what I didn't understand. It was kind of not filled in, I'm not certain if my older brother understand really what happened. You know what I'm saying? It was interesting. But we don't wish that on anybody, a child losing their mom. But we see that it don't seem like Tristan made sure he's a millionaire too. Why didn't your mom have a nanny? Why was she doing wellness checks? And you never know when someone was going to pass. But to make it seem like Khloe had they went through her stuff. No, sis, I wouldn't want you going through my stuff. The family should have been doing that. They didn't even say, it made it seem like, oh, it was so cringy, Lord. Oh my gosh. It made it seem like Tristan, none of his other family, she didn't have sisters, she didn't have brothers, his mom being. They weren't there helping. It's almost like this is what it is. I could tell you what it is. Let's get everything done and finished so we can get back to our lives. Let's get this done. Let's get that done. Because then it says 6 days later. So they had to do everything to get back to their lives. So let's get this done. Let's get that done so we can then get back to our lives. That's what it was like. So it's basically saying, oh, thank God Kim has the jet or her airplane or plane or whatever. So we could have got stuff that we needed done. And he thanked them. And I get that. But it made it seem like his other family didn't do nothing, didn't help. It made it seem like they did everything. The one thing I did not like, and let me make it very clear. Chris said, everything happens for a reason. When Khloe was sitting there helping Tristan. Saying the mom passing happened for a reason. That was a transition of them talking about the mom passing. Nobody wants to hear that you feel that everything happened for a reason and you're there to help him. I just think that The Kardashians love to make themselves seem like a savior, seem like her helping Tristan is a savior. They trying to make themselves look good. Okay, so Tristan had to live with Khloe, and Khloe had to help because allegedly all of a sudden his roof caved in and he had to live with her. I just think certain things is I don't think that it's anyway. You already know how I feel. So Tristan and the brother had to live allegedly with Khloe. What happened to the other three brothers? I don't understand that. They didn't cover that. But in regards to Chris saying everything happened for a reason, it's a blessing you helping him. Khloe saying, he shouldn't be alone, and he shouldn't. But y'all making yourselves seem like a savior. I'm here for you. Y'all shaded him on the show. That man wanted to be single. Y'all shaded him. His mom saw all that, and then he took the bag. He was cheating. He wanted to be single. Khloe did not want to let him go. Now she has to step in and help him in his time of need and living with him. They want to be together. Let's be very clear. She don't care about the cheating. She just wants him. And she wants to show that he's there for her and the child and not helping with Marley. Until Tristan do right by Theo, that's problematic for me. We understand everything he has going on, but you should still be helping with Theo. Okay. That's pretty much everything, y'all. I just feel like the show is interesting. Kim cries over the doll houses, which is weird. Kendall and the mom trying to give her a ring in regards to her dollhouse. North looking at Kim like, why are you crying over a dollhouse? I just didn't like how Chris was saying everything happens for a reason. We were there to help you. It made it seem like his other family members and friends did nothing. Only them to help family come over, and it made it seem like, Tristan didn't do nothing. Khloe's cleaning. Oh, Khloe's doing this. Oh, we're planning. Oh, we're putting up her stuff. Oh, we're going through her stuff. Where was his family? You know what I'm saying? Tristan don't have sisters and brothers? I don't know. Tristan don't have other family members? Does he not have aunts, uncles? Come on. Anyway, that's it, because I could go on and on. This show, the producers are not making them look good. They're trying to make themselves look good. Kim is trying to normalize the tape situation. Kim is wearing Balenciaga. They didn't cover it up, so she's still supporting Balenciaga. We understand what Balenciaga was doing. The ad was concerning. What they sell on their website for grown men is concerning, and it's concerning for me. This is not a good situation. They're trying to normalize everything we throw realistic comments about. But what wishes? The sisters, thank goodness Kourtney's on there, because everything else, fluff, and it don't look good. I think they need to get a different team. I think they need to get different producers, because it's not making them look good. Realistically, there's a lot of unhealthy situationships. There's a lot of things that the mom is throwing shade at people about, Kim's throwing shade about, and then at the end of it, they're all saying goodbye. And oh, Kim, I know I said I'm handing you the reins, but I'm still here. Okay. And like Kourtney said, if Kim is the leader, she said that's not a part of the cult I'ma follow. And we get why Kourtney's saying that. I hope Kourtney gets her own show, because she's going to show the real side. She's going to show the motherly side. If Kourtney gets her own show, I would watch it and I would critique it, because Kourtney's not going to throw shade at her exes. Kourtney's not going to put her kids in an uncomfortable situation. What wishes? Mothers teach your daughters different. This is the most unhealthy thing I've seen on reality TV. Not throwing shade, but this is what they put out. This is my critique. Thanks for the being here. Let me know how the sound sounds. If the sound sounds okay, press a 1. If the sound sounds glitchy, put a 2. I've been working with trying to increase the sound. Sometimes people will say the sound is not good, but then I'll listen to it from my phone and it sounds fine. I'll listen to it on my TV and it sounds fine. Sometimes you gotta turn up the volume. But thanks for tuning in. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the Kardashians recap review. Last episode, thank goodness. I guess they're supposed to come back in September, October, and I guess it's supposed to be the last 20 episodes. Kim's probably going to show all these people she's been around. It looks allegedly, many people were calling her out. How are you always trying to be around people that's trending? That's weird. Kind of stalkerish to me. But well wishes. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe.